They should have built fire escapes on those windows for the higher floors, then people could have gotten down.
Yes, of course.
Well, looks like my job here is done. Goodbye, everyone!
Thank you, Captain Hindsight!
Thank you!
All right, everyone, I guess that's it. Let's pack it up.
Oh, thank the Lord for celebrities. They're literally out there saving the planet by doing celebrity things. You know, like exercising their privilege and priority over the rest of us plebs while standing upon a pulpit and telling us all we should be staying home and what we should be doing because they are celebrities after all. And because they're in the moving pictures, they know better than doctors. In fact, they know better than just about anybody.
As always, the first to pitch in are those unsung heroes, Hollywood movie stars.
This isn't about publicity. This is about cleaning off gunk.
As a Golden Globe nominee, I just think it's our duty to make the real Globe a little more golden.
Oh, I'm sorry, but all the animals have already been reserved for celebrities.
There.
But thankfully, they're getting together, and I'm sure we will find a cure almost instantly as we see late night hosts unite for a relief concert. Oh, thank the Lord.
You saved the world.
Woohoo.
I'm sure this won't be a cringe fest beyond all others. We could see CNN's Brian Stelter, who is a bit of a cringe connoisseur himself, just announced CBS, ABC, NBC networks are all coming together to air, quote, One World Together at Home, Saturday, April 18th, starring Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, and Jimmy Fallon. Will co-host. It'll be a broadcast plus more than a dozen cable channels, YouTube, radio, etc. So what you're saying is it's going to be difficult to miss.
Oh boy!
But what I what I love is the very first comment. Ugh, 3 white men co-hosting. Of course! Of course! Oh! Reply, congrats, only took you 38 seconds to be outraged. How about they come together and stop airing Trump's disinformation sessions? No one cares. I mean, it is not interested. No one wants this. Disregard that, Frank. It's a bunch of liberal BS. How about no? No. One world, like one government, like New World Order. The exact people no one needs to hear from right now. Biggest fake news gathering ever. I can't wait. Oh, I mean, we all know that the late night show hosts work together with mainstream media to push a narrative. They all work in lockstep, obviously. The event, titled One World Together at Home, is set for April 18th and will be co-hosted by Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Stephen Colbert. Scheduled performances include Alanis Morissette, literally who? Andrea Bocelli, Billie Eilish, Billie Joe Armstrong of Green Day. Oh, wow. I can't wait for this concert of literal who's who of who? I suppose Billie Eilish is somebody. Chris Martin, Eddie Vedder, Elton John, John Legend, and Casey Musgraves and Keith Urban. Wow, I can't wait to not watch this. Proceeds from the fundraiser will be directed towards World Health Organization's efforts to equip frontline healthcare workers with protective equipment. I think this is good, though. I mean, look, I'm not going to point out that all these celebrities could literally sneeze enough money to put masks on every healthcare professional in the entire nation for life. I mean, they can't do charity without also getting clout. It doesn't work that way. Silly, silly, silly idiot. Celebrities don't do good if they don't get paid. And getting paid is exactly what this is all about.
What a lovely charity event. I suppose you're all feeling pretty good about yourselves. What have you done? You've raised $300 by spending $500,000 on filet mignon and crystal glasses.
This is about them appearing as the saviors we all needed at a time like this. Saviors that, you know, they're honoring and supporting the heroic effort of community health workers, you know, by eating up all of the tests because, you know, celebrity privilege. Pink details her roller coaster when she and her 3-year-old son faced really scary That's right. Celebrities aren't like you. They're better than you. Pink is sharing details of how the coof has affected both her and her son. Yeah, it's different than all the rest of you. During an IGTV interview with Jen Pasla Sunday, Pink, 40, another Z-list celebrity using this outbreak for clout, said they are doing better than they were, but it got scary. The singer revealed Friday that she and her 3-year-old son, Jameson, tested positive 2 weeks earlier. He's been really, really sick. It's been really, really scary. It's been really up and really down. Really? I've been on nebulizers for the first time in 30 years. Pink, who has a pre-existing asthma condition, shocking, that's been really scary for me. She believes they are through the worst of it, but she can't be sure. I'm hoping we're out of the woods, but this thing's been a roller coaster. Just when you think you're better, something else happens. Interestingly, like I said, using these type of things for clout. Now, I will say this, all right? To be fair, she pledged $500,000 to supporting healthcare workers on the front lines, including $500,000 to the Temple University Hospital Emergency Fund in Philadelphia. The other $500,000 will go to the City of LA Mayor's Emergency Fund. This is good. It's funny, though, how quickly you can erase all that goodwill. 2 weeks ago, me and my 3-year-old son and I are showing symptoms. Fortunately, our primary care physician had access to tests, and I tested positive. Okay, a 3-year-old who probably is at the least amount of risk and a celebrity making sure they use up a test. My family was already sheltering at home and continued to do so for the last 2 weeks following the instruction by our doctor. Okay, then why'd you burn up a test? Anyway, just a few days ago, we were retested. Oh, burning up 2 tests. Okay, well, that's good. And now, thankfully, negative. It's been an absolute travesty and a failure of our government to not make testing more widely accessible. Interesting, Pink. Then why'd you burn up 2 tests when you didn't need them? If you were already self-sheltering and social distancing, these are the things doctors should say. So why are you burning up tests when we're having a national shortage? And also the expectation has been that all of a sudden they're going to birth 400 million tests overnight. And that the fact that they haven't been able to is an absolute travesty. Now, make no mistake about it. The reaction to this at the federal level has not been anywhere near perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But I also believe that, you know, this is kind of unprecedented and mistakes will be made. And it's really easy to sit at home collecting $1,000 a week in unemployment and complain about, you know, things in hindsight. It's a little too easy to do that.
You want to put all your shit up on the internet and have every single person say, hooray for you, fuck you.
But, you know, make no mistake, Pink is going to use this opportunity to talk about politics. It's been an absolute travesty, a failure of our government to not make testing more widely available. Says the person, by the way, who has taken 2 tests. 2. Not 1, 2. And also had no problem getting them. Just saying. It is serious and real. People need to know that the illness affects the young and old, healthy and unhealthy, rich and poor. Well, the rich people obviously have it worse. And we must make testing free and more widely accessible to protect our children and families. Again, Pink, you had 2, not 1, but 2 tests in a 7-day period. Exactly how are you having trouble finding them?
Help! Assistance! This man needs help!
This man pays my
clout.
Our friends and communities, in an effort to support the healthcare professionals, are battling on the front lines every day. I am donating $500,000 to Temple Emergency. Very good. Very good. I mean, legitimate, non-sarcastic. This is what celebrities should do. You don't need all this other stuff. You could just say, I'm donating this money because I want to help. I'm not going to take this opportunity to pontificate about Orange Man. I'm going to just help people when they need it.
It's like taking the fat out of McDonald's food. What's the point? What's the point?
And boy, would you get way more goodwill. But that doesn't get as many retweets. You know, and I think it's good that she's donating this money. Thank you to all of our healthcare professionals who work so hard. Very good. Please stay home. Yes, thank you, Pink, multimillionaire, telling the rest of us to stay home. You know, again, when you look at hilariously, then you get Corey Hart, her husband. You know, she gets roasted by Mark Dice saying The government is not God. It can't just magically create 327 million tests out of thin air overnight. Corey Hart, you're a jerk off. Mark Dice, your wife's an attention person. She, not to mention a horrible singer. A little low blow, Mark. Carrie Hart, tell you what, DM me your phone number and we can talk about this man to man, so you don't hide behind your keyboard. Ooh, is that a spicy fight me IRL threat? Typical coward response. Let me know if you ever want to catch up in person and discuss. And of course, he brings up Pink. Monogamy is work. You have times when you haven't hooked up in a year. Pretty pathetic. You spend your time scouring Google to find clickbait. Guess not so much to do in mom's basement. Move along, troll, and find someone else to make you popular. I mean, it's funny to me that, I mean, the celebrities are, you know, of course, you see the comments. All of you hating on celebrities for getting tested, please tell me you wouldn't have done the exact same thing if you could. No, I wouldn't. Why would I waste a test in a time of need? There are plenty of people who are asymptomatic that might just want to know for the case of knowing, well, we're all under federal lockdown. I mean, it's like saying, oh, I just burn up all the AIDS tests because I'm just curious. I'm just going to burn up all the pregnancy tests because I'm wondering. It's stupid and irresponsible, especially, you know, you want to burn it up when there's not a shortage, fine. But if the celebrities want us to believe that there's this insane shortage that people who need them just can't get them, but also they're out there burning up 1, 2, actually Pink burned up 4 tests for her own knowledge. I don't really care. Rich and connected who have private physicians get tested and retested is all I hear. You know, yeah, some of us regular folk are being denied being tested despite having symptoms, and they're dying for not being diagnosed due to not enough tests. Glad you got tested twice, though. Wish we were so lucky. I don't think the world needs celebrities right now telling everyone how to be tested and rested where they are. It's like a slap in the face. Stay well, stay home, stay quiet.
No, the world needs laughter.
Why is it that the rich and famous get such easy access to these tests? Wow, that much money and you still don't know if you were positive. Totally ridiculous. I'm glad you're feeling better. You got 2 tests. Must be nice. Again, that's just another super rich celebrity telling plebs what to do. Now, she gets less heat because she's doing it behind a $1 million donation, but it still looks super cringe. As Chief Medical Officer in Temple University, I want to thank you for being on our staff. Well, good. I'm glad. You know, there are a lot of people out there that have to go to work. They're deemed essential. And I think that it's cool. But, you know, celebrities, maybe just shut up for a little while. I know it's really hard. But if you want us to believe that you're like everyone else, maybe start acting like it. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.